Okay, in this video, we're going to look at the area of a sector from section 10.1. We have a formula for area of a sector, which in this case has our angle in degrees. And so remember that when we did the area, or sorry, the arc length of a piece of a circle, we had to have our angle in radians. So this one, n, is in degrees, is important for the problem. And so if I think about this, if I'm doing n degrees over 360 degrees, this is really like a part over a whole. So this ratio, n over 360, is telling us what percentage of the circle we're finding the area of. And then we're multiplying that by the general area formula of a circle, right? So n over 360 gives us, like, is this 1/8 of a circle? Is it 2/3 of a circle? That degree measure divided by a whole degree measure for a circle gives us that ratio of the circle formula. So when we are looking for the area of a sector, we have to figure out what is n, what is r. So there's only two measures in the problem. N is the angle in degrees, so 78 is our n, and then r is 10 centimeters. So looking at the formula, area equals 78 over 360 times pi times 10 squared. So again, we want to write this as a simplified ratio with pi in the answer. And so one thing to do is to kind of reduce as we go. And so 78 and 360 are both even. So if I divide those by 2, 78 divided by 2 is 39. And then 360 divided by 2 is 180. And so right now what we have then is 39 over 180, which I know I can reduce that by 3 again. And then times pi times 100. And so what I want to do is reduce kind of whatever I can in this step. So since I have a 100 and a 180, I can divide both of those by 10, reduce those by 10. And then 18 actually can go into, I can divide by the 3 like we said. So 18 divided by 3 is 6, and then 39 divided by 3 is 13. And just to kind of clean this up, that means that we have 130 pi over 6. And then 6 does not go into 130, but I can divide them both by 2. So if I divide 6 by 2, I get 3, and if I divide 130 by 2, I get 65. So that means that this is equivalent to 65 pi over 3 square centimeters. Or if I calculate that out, 65 times pi divided by 3 is about 68.07 square centimeters. Okay, so that is the area of a sector using the formula in degrees.